See. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Good morning, Cindy. Happy New Year's Eve. It's Captain's Log New Year's Eve style. Let's see. Hmm. Is everybody getting ready for any New Year's Eve so-alongs? I know there's a few and they all seem super excited. I think Loki's upstairs. I'm excited. There I know I did see that popped up in my timeline yet last night before I went to bed. I seen that Lauren Mormy knows she's going to have her cutout and her sewing, I think, at 11, starting at 11. I know that Brittany from Emporium Threads has hers. Um, Natalie from Hungry Hippie, of Sally Tomatoes, Jess for So Many Creations. There's so many sew-alongs going around for New Year's Eve. It just makes my heart so happy because that means that there's like space for everyone and different styles of bags that you like. You have a real choice to sew whatever kind of bag you want. Good morning. Hey, Arnetta. Happy New Year's Eve. I know I cannot believe it's the last day of the month. This is crazy. Good morning. I'm having a flat white by Starbucks. I was like, last Starbucks of 2024, y'all. I am from the US. So yeah, like this week and last week was really kind of like sentimental because it was like the last messenger bag, the last backpack, the last this for 2024. I just cannot believe that 2024 is coming to an end. Hey, Karen. So I did we did a sew along on Saturday for Patreon where we finished our bag. So if you're not aware, Patreon this year for 2024 we had Camp Novi and we did different kind of modifications and every month I sent them a badge. And we decided I was gonna have like the badges be on a sash, but I thought no one would ever use it. It'll just be like hung up or folded somewhere and never have it. So we put all of our flair onto one bag and we chose the Mighty Messenger from Fierce Kitten and we modified the heck out of it and it came out pretty awesome. So, oh, thank you. So this is the bag that we made, um, the Mighty Messenger, and as these are some of the badges that they had. I was missing 2 badges, so I put this is Sandra Stitch from with her HTV, so I put this stitch on there because it reminds me that I taught at Garner Room Sewing in June, so I just wanted that. And this is like the last badge, test my patience, measure my patience, and on the back we put some more. This was the last badge. Good morning, and we put badges on the side, and we did a cool little modification where we put the connector inside the bottom seam, and we chose zipper facing opposed to putting it on fabric and turning it out because I thought it looks really cool. And my fabric, I used a cork for the inside of my flap because what I'm planning, I have a couple events, a couple of retreats that I'm going to that I'm teaching at, or just a couple of events that I'm going to. And when I meet my like the people that I'm teaching, I would love for them to sign their name, and so this way I can have like kind of like a yearbook for 2025. The fabric inside is an exclusive print from Wizardry Stitchery, and it's Lauren's Roses on purple. and it is complete chef's kiss. I've been waiting to use this fabric, and I was so happy to use it in here. So we have one pocket with a corset ring for your keys, kind of like a center divider pocket, but it's with a hack. And on that center divider pocket's another slip pocket. On the side of this is a we would pockets on pockets on pockets is a slip pocket, but then it's also a zipper pocket. And you can see that there's Camp Novi, Sewing Adventures of 2024. It was a lot of fun. So this year, it's not Camp Novi, it's the Secret Sewing Society. And it is pretty cool because there's a lot of things I'm doing different. There are going to be 4 badges, for one for each quarter of the year, but there's going to be special guest speakers to help people to learn different things that might help them in their career or in their passion or what have you, and things that I would have loved to learn before I had started my bag making business, and also just things that would help me in just bag making if it was just a hobby. And I have some really cool guest speakers that are going to be on, and I'm just really excited about it. I have different lesson plans that help us elevate to the next level each time. And I feel like this year is going to be 2025 is going to be really fun in Patreon, that I get kind of, I know I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I can flex my skills a little bit more. Like I have a lot to bring to the world of the sewing community, and I want to share it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I love sharing like my knowledge, because if I don't, then whatever I know dies with me, and that sucks. I think that people would, when they have knowledge, sharing it is part of the power, so that way everybody else can know it too. Like that's how we get better as a whole. And you always hear me on this channel talking about knowledge is power, by these patterns, our powers and whatnot, so that way you can do better. So this is my bag, and I use accents of purple cork and glitter cork, and I'm in love. Oh, thank you. So then yesterday, I was on the phone with one of my dear friends, and we were just talking about just random stuff. And I cut out the Dreamer from Fierce Kitten. As you can tell, I like her patterns. I modify the Mighty Messenger so much. It's amazing. And if you can't tell, if you made the Mighty Messenger, there's a huge modification. The Mighty Messenger is nowhere in the top seam. So it was something that I was trying to teach, and I think I executed it pretty well, hopefully. And if I didn't, they can always reach back out to me, and I will do another video. Try to teach them how we can reduce bulk, so that way it can be super domestic friendly, or I just friendly, period. Because I don't believe just because you have a heavy duty machine, you should sew over bulk. Bulk is bulk, and it's not a very attractive just because you sew over it. So we did a lot. So I was sewing a bag. I wanted to sew my last backpack, because my last backpacks were the bags that I made that had the interesting lining and stuff. So I wanted to do something that was fun. And as soon as I seen Fierce Kitten's bag, she posted it within a chat in not Serial Bag Makers, but in Creative Bag Making. I immediately caught my eye because it looks so much like Loungefly, and for how I sell, and I sell fandom stuff, that works out perfectly for me. Then I seen her post it and think I believe in Sew Whatever, and I was like, score. And then I seen Lauren had one, but hers had like a zipper in the front, and I was like, this is super cute. So I bought the pattern, and immediately I also bought the templates. Like I bought the pattern and bought the templates, and Georgia was like, she explained to me before I bought the templates, I'm like, do you cut templates on the fold, or is it whole pieces? And she told me she despised cutting things on the fold. So she's a woman after my own heart, because I hate templates that say cut on the fold. I feel like it defeats the purpose of having them, because you have them to do fussy cutting. So I made my first Dreamer yesterday, and I already have plans for like 7 more. They're going to be my hot commodity tickets for my Comic Cons. But look, check these out. Here's my Dreamer. Ain't she cute? So we have I put the emblem in here, and I have Georgia Girl Stitches, Dutch's, I think they're called Dutch's zippers here. I know. And then I have like Star Wars kind of sparkly fabric in there. What I did is I added tabs on the side because I think when you have tabs, it's easier to open and close on smaller pockets. Um, it's it doesn't have it doesn't have pockets inside, but you can add a slip pocket. I think a slip pocket would be better. I think if you did a zipper pocket, it might be a little bit difficult because this is very wide, as you can tell. And if you have this off of one shoulder, you bring it to the front, you would have to like go in and kind of like in to get. So you would have to go down and in and then down again. So it could be like an awkward feeling, but a slip pocket you might be okay because you go down and pull whatever out. But I have this is the way on there. um, and then I did my you already know me, I'm not a huge fan of webbing, so of course I had to do my straps just a tad bit different. So here are my straps. I did do the ladder lock, but these are well padded. As you can see the foam inside. Inside you see there's a back zipper pocket because it doesn't have a lot of pockets. You have like this front pocket, but it's not going to hold a phone. Here's my phone case, and that's not going to hold a phone. So I decided to put a zipper pocket in the back so you can have your zipper pocket close to your body if you're wearing it like at Disney or whatever. You know it's on the back and no one can steal anything because if they're trying to open it, they're going to try to open it from the side. I mean, from the front side. So I have it on the back. I fussy cut it so that way everything lines up. So you look at it with the templates. The reason why I'm a big fan of templates is like you can see the hope symbol. It's all the way in the middle. And things like that. That's why I like templates because I'm a fussy cutting queen. I don't care if people think it's a waste of fabric. It's the thing that sells it back because it looks a lot more professional and it doesn't look as scattered. So I did use color blocking with some blue fabrics that look exactly like the same fabrics that are on there. I try to, when I get any deboss fabric, my mission is to try to find solid fabrics to help spread out so I can have more projects with the deboss, and I think it helps break up that whole um all over the place. I don't like when a backpack has all over fabrics. I don't know why I don't like them, but just I like breaking it up and color blocking. So that's what we have. We have our zipper pulls with this. Whoever gets this backpack is going to have nice and cushion. And so I thought whether it's for a child or an adult, because you know Y2K look is hard right now. And if you guys remember Y2K, we all were rocking the mini backpacks. Don't front like you didn't walk one. Don't front. I was at mini middle school Nova was rocking. I had like 80 different kind of mini. I had stuffed animal mini backpacks. If someone comes out with the stuffed animal mini backpack, I will lose my ever loving mind. So yeah, so this is definitely Y2K. It's definitely shaped like a lounge fly, and I think there is potential. I already have one in works where I'm trying to make it like Mickey Mouse and have ears coming out of here. This backpack is full of potential. It's the same thing I've seen when I went to her when I got Mighty Messenger. I got the Mighty Messenger and I never made it the original way. As soon as I got it, it's like I told you, she gives you the perfect plan, the perfect plan to a house. Now you're in this house and it's absolutely perfect. Now you just can start knocking down a couple of walls, repainting stuff, and truly make it your own. And that's what I like about George's patterns is that you can truly make it your own. And I like her as a designer because when she sees her patterns made out in the wild and they look different, she's like the first one to be like, "Oh my god, that is so cool. I didn't think about that." She's like happy. So I like she's not like that. Like, well, that's not how the pattern was written. She's very upbeat. And so I respect that as so much as a person that like kind of dismantles patterns. I'm like cautious, like, are they gonna like it? Are they gonna be mad at me? And she's always just really upbeat. So I like that. So yes, this is a solid portion gusset, but you could have this as this because the gusset is sewn in half. So you could have like going in the right direction. So if you do like it solid, I mean with Prince, you can have it because she thinks of that ahead of time while you having two pieces. But yes, this is my first Dreamer, and yes, right out the gate, I had to modify something. It's the tabs for me. I feel like all backpacks should have tabs, especially if they're small, so that you could open it and you have that tugging capability. It's the same reason why they put them on pouches. Is when you open it, you're not like smushing your pouch to open it. It's there for a reason, and the smaller the bag is, the more you need it. It's leverage. So I did that, and I had to change the these are my try and true. I make these on every bag I have. Everybody that wears these straps tell me how comfortable they are, and this has straight foam in it, not the it has like my pink foam that I get from Cellrite. It's not the sticky foam. It's just like the one you can get from Pellon, just Shape Flex foam. Because I just think if you're gonna wear a backpack, you want it to be nice and cushioned on you, especially if you're wearing a bra or something and it's gonna dig into you. Just having that extra cushion really helps a lot. So yeah, and then I added the back pocket. And what I did for this is they're on the template. The front panel and the back panel are two different sizes. So what I did for if you want to modify it similar to mine is I took the front panel and I put it on the back panel and I lined it up right on the bottom. I then drew the pocket area where the zipper opening is and placed it. It is exactly 1 inch, well, 3/4 of an inch, well, 7/8 of an inch away from this where the template is, for where you need to put the straps, and it works out just fine. So if you want to put a back pocket on it, just grab the front template and lay it right on top of it, and then just trace your zipper box, and you can have a back template pocket. It'll be cool. Also, would be really cool too, like if you're making this into like an X-Men or superhero, have the pocket go horizontal, because you know how they zip up their suits. It could be a play on that. They can zip up their suit and they can go into their phone, similar to this way. There's a lot of real estate on the exterior that you can have fun with. Um, yeah, there's a lot of real estate. I'm gonna do something a little fun with something in the gusset. I plan on doing sometime this January. I was gonna say this month, but there's last day this month. Yeah, padded straps are a must to me. I'm not a huge fan. And you guys already know. If you know me, if you have been hanging around me for a long time, I'm not a fan of seatbelt webbing. I'm a fan of if I'm going to get webbing, it's going to be cotton and whatever. But really, if you look at my bags from 2024, it is super rare when I get webbing. I only usually do webbing if someone asks for it. I'm not a fan of webbing. Um, I only do it at the ends of the backpack if it's a ladder lock, because it looks clean then. But then this is like not normal seatbelt webbing. It's quite thicker. Um, not a fan. I'm not a fan of seatbelt webbing. I do think it's cool when you make a seatbelt webbing bag. That stuff is cool. I don't know if you have seen it. Just go into like creative bag making or so whatever, and just put seatbelt webbing bag, and you're welcome. It's amazing. Like if you have seatbelt webbing, you don't know what to do with it. A seatbelt webbing bag is amazing. Okay, and I don't know. I think it's just as cool as like people making those crock bags. I think that's what one thing I would use seatbelt webbing for, but I'm not a huge webbing person, because sometimes webbing can fray. Sometimes webbing, I just don't think webbing gives it that real personable feel. It just feels like, I don't know, it's just not for me. And the only time I put webbing on is at the very ends of a backpack for a ladder lock, or if someone requested. But most people that buy bags for me that customize, if I'm making cork, they ask for a cork strap, leather strap, something like that. Yeah, seatbelts are uncomfortable, because think about it. How often when you're driving for long periods of time that you adjust your seatbelt that's across your chest? Is it just me? I'm just like, this is annoying. Like, it's not fun, and it's not tons of pressure, and so I can't. I it chilling across, like, 'cause I have to wear my bags like my phone is trying to get Bixby to talk to me. So I wear my bags crossbody, and so somehow it always, like, digs in here, and then I have, like, rosacea, so sometimes if something rubs against me or irritates it, then the rash starts, and I'm just like, "Awesome. I'm gonna have this for 7 days." Yay. So, and I'm not that person that could be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna scratch it." Thank God I never had chickenpox, but I had shingles twice, and yeah, I was, like, scratching my back on walls, everything. I can't. I don't know how people don't do it. I don't That's a willpower I just do not have. I do. Cotton webbing's everything, and I my favorite place to get cotton webbing is Georgia Girl Stitch. I think her webbing is great, and it could be because I talked to Joy, but Joy does a lot of testing on her webbing, and it has to be met to her standards and for her to even put it out there. So, I don't know. Joy is a whole different I like just buying stuff from her because if I'll give you an example. I have bought stuff from Joy for like 4 or 5 years now, right? So, she came out with um, the striped zippers, right? Do I have one of those? Because I was gonna use it in the bag. I probably don't. I had one here because it was wait, do I have it here? I do. Because I was debating on using this on the bag, but I was like, it will just take away from it. So I'm in love with this. So she has them like in 5 or 6 different colors. I love these webbings. She like I mean zippers. She I didn't go through and like look at every inch of my zipper tape because honestly, I never do that. So like a week or two after I bought it, she messaged me and she was like, "I need you to check the pink one and the blue one because there was some kind of staining on the back." And I was like, "Okay." And there I could see where she's saying it was like a very small piece. Like it was 1 inch in the middle of it. I was like, literally when I get to that piece, I'll just cut it off. It'll be fine. But she was like, "I can replace it or I could put points into your thing." I'm like, "Georgia, you're fine." Like, I mean, Joy, you're fine. It's like 1 inch. But like her level of customer service and quality control s- this is why she has like lifelong customers. So she it has to meet her standards. By the way, this is my favorite zipper tape. I've been like literally trying to put it in everything, and the pink one too. I'm gonna make a Aristocat bag with that. These tape colors have me making bags with themes because the tape colors are really cool. I just haven't seen tape colors like this. So this I was it was between this yesterday or this, and so of course this one won out. I just put the tapes there and I try to fill them out. I do still have some vertigo, so I didn't put the other one in there, but I just thought because it was embossed, it was a lot as it is, and that it would be too much on the bag and it'll distract. So, I guess I'm eccentric when it comes down on my bags. Yeah, she has good polyester too. I don't usually do polyester at all. Um, I do like the melting factor of polyester. When I have cotton webbing, I usually use cork strap ends. Like I'll make little ends and I'll sew them. Um, yeah, I seen that zipper thing. I can't go on Instagram because she'll start showing cool stuff, and I'm like, I said I wasn't gonna buy any more zipper tape. Why are you doing this to me? And then I like how she has like really nice zipper pulls. Like I said, these are hers. And I literally try to put them on everything. And they're not like there are a lot of people that have this style, but these weigh a little more than like the ones at Waywack because Waywack has one similar, and they're a little bit more substantial. So I don't know. I buy them from her now. So yeah, that's those are the two bags I made today. I'm going to be doing I think I've done this is either my fourth or fifth year of doing the New Year's Eve with Sally Tomato, and I really like it because you get a bag, you get embroidery file, and you get best of both worlds. There are door prizes, but that's not the reason why I go. It's just I learn a lot from sulky side because I'm not like totally good at embroidery, and I feel like when I go to these things, I come out with, "Oh my god, I didn't know that." And I'm writing in my journal, and I'm like, I'm learning new things, and I they do a lot of pictures like, "Oh, get this, this, and this from Sulky," right? Cool. But they also just drop like a whole bunch of knowledge that you just weren't aware of. And this year they have like a new designer. with the lace. The lace has been a controversial issue because the lace file is massive. And I actually had to speak to two of my friends, one named Christina and the other one Lisa. And Lisa's in, she's in here all the time too. And they did not make it kind of domestic friendly on a domestic machine. Um, the jump stitches are outrageous and the whole 9 yards. But the lace, I think I showed it on here. It's unbelievable. Lisa made mine, and of course, I don't have it on here. Just you're so Jessica. I want to sew with Jessica. So I'm trying to see what I can do if I can buy the ticket for Jessica, get the pattern, and just jump on and like do back and forth because I already okay. There's something wrong with me. I think I should just be called the modifier. Here's the bag for Sally Tomato, right? I already modified it. I already have all the modification pieces. I'm adding piping because it rolls on each other like puckered lips. I just don't like the way that looks. And I don't like when bags have top closers like that because it looks like a pouch. Do you guys know that's how I learned how to do recessed zippers? Everybody was doing the Annette, and no matter how gorgeous the Annette from Spoon was, it looks like an oversized pouch. So I turned it into a recessed zipper. So this is a recessed zipper now too. So, and oh my god, the connectors I changed too. Because look at this. What's this? And they were like, cut out 2 connectors. I was like, you mean 2 for each side? No, just 2 connectors. No interfacing, no nothing, just 2 connectors, 1 for each side. Now, we all have been sewing for quite some time. Does that seem right to you? Oh, yeah, I'm wearing PJs. New Year's Eve, wear PJs. These are my PJs that Kendall gets me. He gets me new Hogwarts PJs every year. Yeah, weird, right? So I was on the phone with Christina, I was like, "Cut out 4 so that your bag can last all year long." And then edge paint it because raw edges are gross. Because the especially if you have vinyl that shows white, it'll just be super noticeable. Like it just so yeah. So I'm doing this. I have to interface everything. But I have everything set up. I need to wind some bobbins. It starts at noon. But I think I might still just buy Jess's ticket so I can go and watch it on my tablet because one, I love supporting Jess. Two, her patterns are bad. I love making her bags. I've made quite a few and they're always really good. I might have to order a kit later because I want her cork because like her cork for the last kit for last year was like amazing. So yesterday, Jess also announced that she's going to be at the 2025 sewing Saks Expo sewing bag in I'm probably saying this wrong in Sacramento from September 11th through the 14th teaching. I will be there too. So all my West Coast baddies, I will be out there. So if you're like Shanova, you're never in the West Coast. Yeah, I'm going back to Cali. And if you know, I am from California. So I will be out there in on September 11th. Yes, Jess is the owner of So Many Creations, not Jessica Rush. They're two different Jess. There's actually three. There's Jessica. There's Jess from Sally Tomato. There's Jess from uh, Okla Roots, and there's Jess from So Many Creations. Yeah, modification master. Wow, I should have a t-shirt like you give Chanel a pattern, but she modifies it. I'm really excited about doing Sally Tomatoes because they have this really cool thing. This is a shoulder strap, but it's all grommets. I wonder if it's going to be painful in my head. Because this is my bag. This is the bag that I'm gonna wear all year long because I paid like $60 for the kit. I'm gonna get my money's worth. So this is the bag that I'm gonna wear to all the retreats or things that I'm teaching at so people can sign it that I know. And yeah, I'm nerdy like that. I was that kid in like, here's my yearbook, sign it. So there's that. And I'm gonna get like really pretty, like glittery, like Sharpie markers so that I can go with the rainbow flecks in the cork. So, but there's there's grommets that go all the way through the shoulder bag. So I'm going to keep, because this is an adjustable, I mean, they have swivel hooks on here that you clip on. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to make an adjustable crossbody strap. So that way, if like when I'm out and about, I want to be hands free and I don't want grommets sticking in my shoulder, I can do that. Repeat what, please? The Jess? Or what do you need me to repeat, Linda? I can repeat anything you want. The Jess situations, the three Jesses. There's Jess from Oakley Roots, there's Jess from So Many Creations, and there's Jess from Sally Tomato. There are three different Jesses. There's just a lot of Jessicas in our small sewing world. I'm pretty sure there's another Jessica, and I'm sorry if I'm not including you. I apologize. But they're all Jess, and they all have phenomenal personalities. They're all three different, very different personalities too. That's the cool thing. So Jess from So Many Creation, I don't know what time. Arnetta, do you know what time her sewing event starts? I have not one clue. There's So if you want to do the New Year's Eve NCW, I believe if you go into your um YouTube and you're subscribed to Lauren, I believe that she has a cut file. Oh, West Coast information. It's called Saks Expo, and it's in Sacramento. And I will have more information. I will make a post about it tomorrow. It's from September 11th through the 14th, and I will be teaching. Okay, she's at 2, so that gives me a lot of time. The Sac Bag Making Expo, and yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be teaching 2 advanced classes, so so that is what I'm teaching. Oh, that's a good time zone. Jess is in New York, so it's Eastern. She's Eastern time. Yeah, she's in New York, so she'll be Eastern time. So that's cool because we're 12 noon for Eastern time for Sally Tomato. So I should be like almost done with it because when I finished some of the little things like the little floaty laces for the key hooks. I finished a lot of the stuff for just for the Sally Tomato, so I might just like cross over and have different tablets to see if I can print out and do just this pattern or just be on there and cause chaos. And mayhem. But then also New York, oh my god, because I think when I think of New Year's Eve, I automatically go to New York. But the NCW, I think if you go to Mormino, she's cutting out at 11:30, and I think she's starting it at 12:30. And I think Brittany has something either the same time or follows right after. There's a lot of people having things going down. I know Natalie from Hungry Hippies having something. So there is endless opportunities to sew with people. And if you have never done the NCW, I highly implore you to probably definitely go to Lawrence. It is a fun pattern, and once you get started, you're gonna be like, why haven't I made this pattern? And then there's so many cool modifications. There are a lot of modifications out there. The first modification I've ever done was from um kittenish behavior from Sean. I'm gonna say her name wrong. I'm so sorry. If you ever watch, truly apologize. She's so unbelievably classy. She's from the UK. She's the one that did the double zipper pockets. And then people gradually started making different ones. Then there was a person I'm trying to remember her name. She made it where you can use water resistant canvas and not have hardly any bulk in your wallet. And it keeps evolving. I believe Kelly did the first 150% and turned it into a big clutch. There's so many variations of the NCW. It's amazing. That's why it has its own Facebook group and it's not just an Emmeline bag because the NCW is a beast on its own. It's a great one to sew. So, yeah. That is it. I will be back on either tomorrow if I'm not passed out because I don't know about you, but like staying up at midnight, but the next day I'm like dead to the world. But I'm either gonna be on tomorrow showing you the bags or Captain Log starts as normal on the second. So I just wanted to say hi to everyone. Happy New Year's, everyone, and thanks for being here and like being coming waking up with me every morning and just talk about random stuff in the sewing community or just weird stuff all in general. And I just appreciate all of you. I really, really do. And I really wish every single last one of you a happy New Year's and have maybe prosperous and be everything that you hope for and wish. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.